I am like practically shaking right now. This thing has not started up in so long. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, I have a lot of information to cover in this video, so we'll just get right to it. First, I'm sorry for skipping a week or so on updating. I have been extremely busy. My birthday was last week. I have not had the time to record and edit and do all that. So, but now I'm back, you know, my schedule's back to normal, so we're good to go. Second bit of information, my truck is gone. I just sold it today, and that's going to go towards another project, which I can't quite say just yet. One, because I don't exactly know what it'll be, but two, I don't want to give any spoilers or anything. And then in this video, this is going to be running. In this video, no matter what, it will be running. I just got back from the store a little bit ago and dumped probably close to $200 on fluids for the car. Not that's my old oil jug. I had to get 16 quarts of antifreeze for the car. It was very low on fuel, and I can't drive on the driveway because I had just gotten this resealed. So I just went and got filled up my fuel jug, and then we got some full synthetic Mobil 1 oil. I want to do an oil change in this thing since the oil in that car has been sitting for quite a while. And then got another K&N oil filter, and then I got a fuel injector cleaner because on the car, as you know, we have used Cobra injectors, and I don't know if they're dirty or not, and so I figured it'd be smart to just run this through it just to play it safe. And then I also got an octane booster because mo power. And now I did get my new tuner in the mail, by the way. It came in about a week or so ago, and I just finished installing the updates. I had to update the firmware, and then I had to load my tune on. I have the lifetime membership through Bama, so I got 2 tunes made by them, and I just got them. I will do data logging just to play it safe because I don't want any issues with this car. I will do some data logging, but for right now, I just need to make sure that it runs, you know, nothing's too out of whack. Another thing is, as you can see, the engine bay is complete. Well, besides the battery, but the engine bay is finally all back together, looking the way it should. We have our air-raid cold air intake on here with our Ford Performance Lightning 90mm mass airflow sensor. I had painted the letters white on the air-raid just because I wanted it to kind of, you know, pop a little bit. And then we have our 78mm BBK throttle body leading into our Ford Performance Improvement intake manifold. And then we have our 98 4-valve Cobra injectors, RSL supercoils. The heads are ported, the manifold is ported, the throttle body is ported. So we're gonna definitely be picking up some power here on this build. Now, one thing I would like to say is I didn't think about it. I didn't order a oil catch can for the passenger side. I had just ordered one because for right here, I didn't think to order one for this side because this leads to the PCV valve on that side, and this one obviously leads to the one on the driver's side. I didn't think to order 2 of them. I only ordered 1, and the truth is this thing is huge. Trying to find a spot to fit this, I mean, like, it's pretty big, and trying to find a spot to fit this in my engine bay is not easy. So I might end up not using this on this car. I might use it on a different car, the next car that I get, just because this thing is massive and I have no room to fit something like this in here. Well, I mean, I might have to move a few things around. I was thinking on doing a battery relocation to the trunk, so that would free up space where I could have both of them just right here, and then whatever else I wanted to put right there. Because they do sell actual oil catch can kits for the car. That is just a universal one that I got off of Mishimoto to save a little bit of money because cash was tight at the time. So that's a universal one. That's not like a direct fit for this car. Now I know there are kits for a direct fit. So I'm gonna probably look those up. I don't know if Mishimoto makes anything. I know JLT does, so I'm probably just gonna go with them and just get a kit that fits the car. You know, it's meant to be, because it'll probably have mounting pins for a specific spot, and so that way, you know, you don't have that giant thing just taking up like a random chunk of the engine bay. And then another thing I did do is I put on my custom grill. I had bought this from a guy in Michigan. It was a 3-hour drive there and a 3-hour drive back. It sucked, but it was worth it, because this thing he made himself. He bought like a finned grill, which you can buy finned grills, and then he CNC printed out a Mustang, made it kind of like a gunmetal gray sort of, and then he attached it to the grill. So it's all one piece, it's all solid. It fits a little funny, so I had to drill some holes and put some retaining clips in there. Same with our bumper too. I had to drill some custom holes to kind of have the bumper sitting up a little more so this would fit right. So it took a little bit of, you know, custom fitment, but I mean, it was only like a 5-10 minute process, if that. It really wasn't all that hard. And honestly, I really like the look of this thing. It was well worth my 30 bucks. All right, so I think I covered everything that needs to be covered in this video. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first thing we're going to do is put in our fuel additives, put in our fuel, then we will jack the car up, drain the oil, change the filter, put in our new oil, put in our new filter, lower it down. We will put coolant in it, double check, make sure there's no leaks anywhere. We will put the battery back in, and then it's just a matter of loading on our custom tune and then starting the car. We are literally moments away from starting this thing. I have put coolant in it. we put oil in it, we changed the filter, you know, everything's tight, everything's good. We put fuel in the car, we put in those additives. There is a lot of air in the system, plus the thermostat is closed. So I'm waiting for, I tried burping what I could. Now it's just a process of, we're gonna start it, you know, we're gonna watch the coolant levels, watch the temp gauge, make sure that we're not gonna overheat, stuff like that. The only thing that we have left to do now is put our tune on this thing, and then we can fire it up. Okay, so I take it if you're watching this, you already know how to tune a car with these handheld tuners, but just in case you don't, I'll show you right here. First thing what you're gonna do is after you load your custom tune onto here, you're gonna go into Program Vehicles. It'll give you a street use notice, not legal in California, whatever. Click Continue, and then it'll ask you to turn the key on. There we go. Turn the vehicle's ignition key on. Continue. And then there's two preloaded tunes here, but then we have our custom tune, which is the one that we had requested, and this is the one that'll fit my engine. I gave them the specifics of my parts and everything, so we're gonna use this tune. So you just click the center button. It'll tell you everything, and then it allows you to what is it called? It allows you to tweak a few different things if need be. These options all look good, so now we can hit approve and, well, get into it. So now that you're here, hit approve. This tune will disable your SCT preloaded tunes because of modifications. You know, we don't got to worry about that. I don't care. Like the preloaded tunes, you know, they're not for my car, so I just don't really care. Oh. Well, that happened, but it's okay because we got a gauge over there to replace this water temp gauge. So anyways, hit confirm. Custom tune, yep. Hit continue. Turn the key off. Turn the key on. Now what it's going to do is it's going to save the stock ECU data that it's changing onto your device, and then it's going to upload the changes that we loaded from the computer. And so now we just wait. Once it's done, it'll say download complete. You turn off your key. And there we go. Now we can fire this thing up. I don't think you guys understand. I am like practically shaking right now. This thing has not started up in so long, and I am so nervous that something isn't right, even though I looked over everything numerous times. But here it goes. Holy shit. Fucking running. All right guys, so I've been watching over everything, making sure it's good. The engine's taking a bit to heat up, which is fine by me. We're just right above the cool line. Been checking the antifreeze, adding little bits if need be. Nothing is leaking, there's no knocking, there's no ticking. So far everything is good. This white smoke is puffing out because it's got like 4 different fuel additives in that tank. It actually burns my eyes, but it's got additives in that tank, and it's not coolant. I know that for a fact. I've smelled a blown head. Excuse me. I've smelled like the white smoke coming from an exhaust with a blown head gasket. It's not it. It's just all these fuel additives that are in it right now. I had storage in there. I had like an anti-water and antifreeze additive in there to stop the lines from freezing up in the winter. There's a bunch of stuff in there. So I just gotta let it kind of run its cycle, clear it all out. but every one of our injectors is firing. I tested each and every one. They're all firing. There is no leaks. Everything's tightened down. Now, once it gets up to operating temperature, I do have to retorque the manifold bolts, which is a very, very important thing to make sure that everything is seated, because it might warp ever so slightly when you're, you know, what is it called? When everything heats up. So, besides doing that, I should be completely in the clear. Keyword should. Crossing my fingers, and I'm hoping that everything's good. So, yeah, and weird enough, it's coming out of that side, but not that side. But I think there's a major exhaust leak, like right here, and so it's because like there's no exhaust even coming out of that back pipe. So I'm pretty sure that there's a really bad leak or exhaust leak at the end of the X pipe, and that's why nothing's coming out of that side. All right, guys, I think that'll do. Temperature is running right at normal, right, like exactly where it should be. RPMs are idling normally. The white smoke went away. Everything's running good, actually. I'm really shocked. I'm really surprised, because, you know, knowing my luck, something bad would happen, but everything is good. The coolant system has fully bleeded itself, and so now we can just shut the car off, and that's a wrap. That's gonna be all for tonight, guys. I hope you enjoyed. As always, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to this channel, comment down below if there's anything special you guys want to see with this car. I would say with the truck, but you know, we sold that. That's not an issue anymore. So I have a few options of a new car in mind, or truck maybe. You know, we'll see what direction I head in. You know, we'll see how it goes. So now that this is done and out of the way, it's running healthy, it's running good. Now we can focus on the next step of this car, which is the clutch, throwout bearing, you know, that whole ordeal in there. Because my throwout bearing has been going bad for a while, and I didn't get around to replacing it. And so now that I can, I'm gonna replace it, and while everything's apart, I'm just going to, you know, throw in a new clutch, better clutch, you know, a lightweight flywheel, some ARP flywheel bolts, I mean, whole 9 yards, just to ensure that I don't have to tear it apart again for a long time, which includes an aftermarket adjustable clutch cable, because this is the stock clutch cable. Not that it's damaged or anything, I just want one that's fully adjustable, as you know, as time goes on, if the clutch starts to wear out or just anything like that. So that way I don't have to worry about it. And now that my life is kind of chilled out, that I'm not as busy, I will be back to uploading every week, or you know, at least at bare minimum every other week, but I'm gonna try to keep it every week. Now that this thing is running, there's so much that I can do video wise with this car involving it. I already have a few video plans, and I have more meets planned. There's just a lot in store. So please, guys, stay posted, you know, stay up to date on this channel. There's gonna be a lot of exciting stuff coming. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, and I'll see you next week.